Good morning, family. Well, I just got back from a road trip and it stirred up all kinds of thoughts. So, good morning. This is Aunt Beth. Welcome to my lamppost. I just got back from a road trip. I stopped in. My prayer partner lives a couple hours away. Stopped in, picked her up, and we went to North Carolina to look at land. Because one of my dreams has been to have a place where I can just grow as much stuff as I want to grow. Fruit trees. I got a list. Fruit trees, plants. Anyway, but it was just as with any trip, you learn more about yourself, I think, than the actual trip. Man, I just hate to fail, and that was, I guess, learning to be kind with myself. So let me reverse a little bit and you can track with me, and if you have any comments, please put them down below. But I think one of the biggest learning events that I need to overcome, or issues in my life I need to overcome, is being afraid to fail. So afraid of failing that a lot of times I won't even try. And that's really sad. So I don't know if it's because I'm demanding it of myself, perfectionism, but I just, so I am intentionally trying to change my life so that I view mistakes as learning, experimenting. I do like to biohack and experiment on myself, much to my sister's dismay, who they are both nurse practitioners and they're not happy with it, but I do like to experiment on myself. But I think I'm more afraid of making a mistake than the Lord is. So I guess the question is, how do I live boldly? Like the Star Trek mission to boldly go. I'm not boldly going anywhere. A lot of times I'm not going anywhere. And that's really sad, because I really do want to live a life of no regrets. I had a friend who was pretty wild, but she definitely had a life of no regrets. There used to be a comic strip, I don't know if it still is. There still is, called Sally Forth. And that's what my girlfriend her life was sallying forth. Jumping off a cliff and then wondering if she had remembered to pack her parachute. Yeah, no. There's that side of the ditch too. There's this side of the ditch that you're so afraid to fail, and there's that side of the ditch where you don't even, that you don't even try, and this side of the ditch where you just try anything just to see what sticks. But I think if I think of it as it's not failure, it's learning, and that God parents us with joy. He's not a stern, but he parents us with joy, that we would have joy in the journey. So I've decided to think of it as it's not failure, it's learning. And fail, first attempt in learning, fail, first attempt in learning. And just like we talked about, I hate being frugal, but I like being efficient with my money. I hate to fail, but I really love to learn. And so maybe the failure, when you make a mistake or this isn't the path, is not learning from it. And if I can switch my mindset, maybe I'll be a bolder person. So we had a lot of fun on the road trip. And we stopped into a bakery and they had a tip jar and it made me laugh. That's what the thumbnail is. The tip jar made me laugh. The bakery was good and we had fun. I learned a lot. So the trip wasn't a failure and I learned a lot. So there you go. So anyway, just some thoughts from me to you. So, I don't want to think of it as trying, maybe just experimenting to see what works. So, onward and upward, let's all boldly go and encourage each other to live boldly and unafraid in the Father's love, not foolishly, but think about it and go for it. Life's too short to have regrets. I hope this encourages you. Have a fabulous day. All God's best.